One of the most common questions I get asked is, how do I start day trading? So what me and my mentor Bao did for our viewers on YouTube is create a free mentorship course that reveals our 12 secrets that every single brand new day trader should know before they get started. But please take note that there is limited seating every single week. So please reserve your spot at myinvestingclub.co. The link is in the description.
What's up, guys? It's Harry Haas here, and I'm just going to be kind of going over, I guess, like the slower market that's kind of been. It's been slow for a little bit, so I'm going to be kind of talking about that today. And I haven't really been making that many trades, so for me, like it's hard for me to do like a like massive weekly recap or really anything like that. So I figured what I would do is that I would just kind of just talk about like what I think is going on, what I think is happening, and how you guys can just get better from it. So I guess this rant is obviously bullet point one on kind of like the slower market, and I've been talking to a lot of people, doing a lot of calls, and I think a lot of longs in the past year or so have gotten very lucky trading off of bad habits. And so what do I mean by that? Well, I think number one is like you have a stock kind of pop up on your radar. You have, that ticker that everyone's talking about. And automatically you just FOMO in and you get rewarded for like maybe 40, 50 cents. You sell out. You're like, wow, trading's so easy. And there's been a lot of times, that has been slowing down. But there were a ton of times in the last year where we had a ton of traders say, wow, I had my first green month as a long. We had a lot of people saying, oh yeah, and when I would talk to people and say, well, that entry was a bit of a chase. Obviously if you watch my videos, I'm not a particular fan when stocks get, overextended, very, very kind of away from VWAP. Again, the more deviated they get, the more that shorts are going to be trapped. But also, when all the shorts cover out and we're so deviated that the stock kind of is expected or needs to kind of come down and take a breather, I don't like longing up there for that kind of reason. Because once we just have all long stuck in a stock, the natural thing is that they're just going to press the sell button and that's it. We get our natural bidders and we move lower. But I think a lot of people did get really, really rewarded for some bad habits. And that's not to say that you're a bad trader, or that's not to say that you should automatically give up because you made money chasing. I think it's just that those habits are not going to continue working in an environment like this. And so when you see a green candle or you see something or automatically ABC is getting some random volume and you just need to be the first one in out of FOMO, that's something that you need to kind of curb, especially in a market like this if you do want to keep your profits. I've been talking to some people where they had a really great January, they had a really great February, March, they were kind of starting to slow down a bit, and now April, they've kind of hit a bit of a roadblock where they're kind of break-even-ish, or they're losing a bit, or they're having 5 losing trades and 1 winning trade is making that back, and they've been getting kind of rewarded.
Hey guys, my name is Tosh Bradley. I'm one of the head mentors and moderators at My Investing Club. If you have any questions about getting started in trading, getting started in MIC in general, text me at 213-458-5997. This is not a robot. It is me directly on the other end of my business line, and we'll get you in the club. We also have special promotions going on that I can get to you depending on your trading needs. Hit me up. Back to the video.
Off of revenge trading and just things like that. And so I think the way to kind of combat what's kind of going on right now is really just be super patient. I talked about this a while ago as well, where, the times where I didn't care about making money and when I just came to the market and focused on the process and said, the P&L will be a reflection of how well I trade my process. That's really when I grew as a trader, because automatically right there, I detached a little bit from that day-to-day P&L fluctuation. I think what really happened with me is that I said, okay, I'm going to work on getting better every day. I'm going to work on following the process every single day. And if a stock goes up without me, so be it. I would rather stick to the process every single day than get rewarded for bad habits. And what kind of happened to me is I just slowly kind of snowballed and got better and better and better. And so I think that's a huge mindset to kind of develop. And I think that's a huge mindset to acquire. But that's not something that, you can't achieve. I think that, you just need to purely focus on that kind of process. If you're a long trader and first bounce is your setup and you see a line at 3.4 and, you buy at 3.4 and, the stock keeps moving up and then you sell, that's a good process trade, right? But if you're a first bounce trader and you see a random XYZ stock swipe up and you're just like, wow, this is what I need to get in. What if this is the next whatever? All this kind of FOMO talk kind of gets in your head. Oh my God, this could be the next Amazon, the next Apple. I'm not saying anyone really says that, but let's just say people are saying that this thing cures cancer. You got to get in long because the train's going to leave without you, and then all of a sudden, the stock starts dumping and you're there taking another loss because that was an emotional decision out of FOMO. In my opinion, a green candle is not good enough to buy a stock. Just because you see a green candle does not mean that is a great time to buy a stock, right? You need to have other factors, okay? Are short sellers trapped in the scenario, right? Where do you think that the majority of long traders are stuck from? Is this a stock where we were trading at $5 pre-market and now we're at $3 and we're starting to get a little bit of a green swipe? Something like that is something that I'm going to be definitely cautious with, right? Because that's a broken stock. I'm going to be away from that. So you need to say, okay, who's trapped in this scenario? I'm gonna see what has kind of gone on before I've traded the stock to kind of jump right into it. I'm not going to get into a stock just because, it's easy to hype a stock up and be like, oh my God, this stock is a broken one, but I've seen a broken one run before, so this could be the broken one that runs, so I'm just gonna buy the broken one. But in reality, that's like 5% of or less broken stocks, tend to run. It's on the ones that do, you usually can't get a good entry on, and it's on the ones that do that just kind of swipe right up. There was one that caught Alex. I don't know which stock it was, I forget it, but it caught Alex, and you can't even expect me to long that because there's no supply to get in, right? It's just these continuous swipes all the way up. And then when you finally can get in, it's either A, overextended from VWAP, or B, it's after a massive death candle, so you don't want to touch it.
Thank you so much for watching our video. If you want to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button here. We do our best to post a new video every single day. If you have any questions about MIC or any general trading questions, please text Tosh using the number here. Also, stay up to date by watching some of our most recent videos right over here.